Hey everyone, it's Alexandra and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to share with you my July plan with me. Here is a quick flip through of how June has been going. And I really am loving how this came out. A lot of these same spreads I'm going to be doing for July. And you guys have voted. It was very, very close on Instagram. And you voted for an ice cream theme, which I am so excited to do for you. And so honestly, it was like the difference of like 3 or 4 votes that ultimately decided the ice cream theme. But I'm really excited to do this today because in New Jersey, it is so dreary and cloudy and rainy. So I'm really excited to do this because it's gonna really cheer me up with the bright colors that we're going to be using. So before we dive in, we are going to be using a variety of colors because, you know, we're gonna do ice cream cones and different, really, really bright and vibrant. So, here is the 403, the bright blue. Here we have lilac in 673. Here we have the light orange in 025. Excuse me. Next we have the burnt sienna in 947. Then we have the deep magenta in 685. Then for the ice cream cones and such, we are going to do the tan in 942. And then we're going to do the chartreuse in 133. This is like one of my favorite green colors to use, especially for summer spreads. So I'm going to be using these colors, Tombow dual brush markers, of course, and I will have all my supplies linked in my Amazon shop below so you can check out what I use. I also use, for outlining everything, penciling everything in, the Pentel Graphic Gear 1000 mechanical pen, which I really, really love, has a good grip on it. My Tombow mono drawing pen in the 03 size, and then I like to use the Copic Multiliner in the 0.1. And then we're going to be doing some drop shadowing for the letters, and for that I'm going to be using, this is the Pentel sign pen. All of these are linked down below, and I think that is it. So let's get planning. I can't wait to see how this all comes together, and enjoy. Let's go. So of course, first we have our cover page, and like in June, I decided to do block lettering again, but with a slightly different twist. Instead of making it bold and black, I decided to change up the colors and add a drop shadow using my Pentel sign pen. And I really like that it creates a very fun and bright and vibrant look. As far as the doodles go, I went on like Google and I searched up ice cream images, and there's so many different ice cream doodles that were very, very easy to replicate. So I just took a bunch of them, popsicles, ice cream sundaes, ice cream cones, and I did a variety of them. And then I took a quote that I found from Charles Schulz, who's the creator of Charlie Brown and Snoopy and the Peanuts. And I really thought it was fitting and really, really like cute. And it says, life is like an ice cream cone. You have to lick it one day at a time. And I just thought it was just really fun and a really good quote, of course, about life. And I haven't done a quote page in a while, so I really wanted to include that. And I just thought it was really fitting and really cute. And I love anything dealing with Charlie Brown or Snoopy. So the fact that it was a quote by Charles Schulz, I was like, awesome. Regardless, once I just vary up the colors, at the very, very end, I just do some polka dots all throughout like the pages just to kind of fill it in more and just make it a little more playful and fun, and of course add color wherever I can. But I'm really loving how this came out, and I love the color combination that this and how it all came together. So I'm really excited about how this came out. Next up, I have my monthly spread, and I've really liked the idea of having the 2-page spread. It gives me a lot more room to write things in the boxes from day to day. The boxes are 7 dots across by 6 dots high, and it leaves plenty of room to write when bills are due or birthdays or things like that. On the top, I continued the same block lettering with the drop shadow. I added a cute little ice cream sundae doodle in the middle, and then I incorporated the dots all throughout. And then on the bottom right hand corner is where I have a little section for the goals that I want to do for the month of July. Again, it's the summer, so I don't really need a lot. It's kind of things are kind of slowing down. My son's not in school anymore. There's just like a lot less going on, so I didn't really need a big space for that. So I really like how this came out, very simple. And I also, what I also did here was I varied up the colors, and I did varying colors for the drop shadow on each of the boxes in the calendar. So I just really thought it was really nice, added a little more color, and overall I'm really happy with how this came out. Okay, so this is probably my most fun and favorite page of this month, and it's my mood tracker. So what I decided to do, keeping with the theme, I did a huge ice cream sundae with 31 scoops of chocolate ice cream. I tried to incorporate the color as much as I could of the theme. And then each day, the syrup that's on each scoop is going to be a different color. And this month, I decided to track more moods. I have 5 moods. Usually I do like 2 or 3. But I also wanted to, I notice from day to day, like I might be feeling not happy or sad, but like just kind of neutral, or maybe I got a lot done. I was very productive. So I wanted to track more moods. And also I wanted to see how the colors were going to play out as a whole once the month was done on my mood tracker. So I'm really excited how this came out. It's like really one of my favorites. And I think it's just going to be really fun to fill out. And then, of course, on the right-hand side, I have my memories page. Lately, I've been keeping my memories pages very simple. I used to incorporate doodles with my memories pages. Now I do that in my Hobonichi weeks, which I will show you the setup for that very soon. I kind of like do a doodle a day as a memory. But here in my bullet journal, I write down the date, and I just really write like a couple sentences of what happened that day, especially when it comes to my kids and milestones and things like that. Okay, and next up, this is a page that's like, they were my most simple spreads, but honestly, they're the most effective first thing in the morning when I get up, and that's my gratitude and my affirmations page, and I like how they go hand in hand. I use a book called Morning Affirmations, and it's linked down below in my Amazon shop, and it has 200 different affirmations. So it'll last you the course of a couple of months if you do an affirmation a day, and then you kind of recycle it and you go back. And sometimes I find that the affirmation of the day is really fitting with what's going on in my life, but I find that it's very fitting that I have them side by side. So I will, write down one thing of gratitude, and then in the morning I'll crack open that book and I will see what the affirmation of the day is, and I'll read it and I'll write it down, and it's just a good habit that I'm trying to get myself into, and so far I've been really liking it, and it's really effective. And last but not least is my first weekly spread of July. Surprisingly enough, I did decide not to do a Dutch door for this month. And I just wanted to really kind of get back to creating full page spreads because I do have a little bit more time now in the summer to kind of do that. And I'm going back to a tried and true spread that I've done since I started bullet journaling 3 years ago. And I just love how structured it is. So basically it's the dailies are in the center, and then on either side I have a to-do list and then a place for my meals. I add a little quote on the bottom right-hand corner. I have my little calendar on the top left as a reference, added a couple doodles, added a couple polka dots along with the block lettering, and there's the first weekly. I like, again, how structured this is, that there's a place for everything. But I'm really looking forward to experimenting with different weekly layouts that don't involve the Dutch door now that I have a little bit more time to experiment. So here's the final flip through of all my July pages. Thanks to everybody who voted for this. This was really fun to create. Again, all my supplies are linked to my Amazon shop if you want to check out. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up and make sure you hit the notification bell so you can always see my videos. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.